The people have spoken. We have to review Beware the Batman.
You don't have to remind me.
We found our YouTube niche, finally, our algorithm niche. Let's fucking watch it.
Removed from HBO Max.
Theme song, banger.
Yeah. Wow, this is a really empty city.
I understand they don't want to animate like a bunch of people roaming around, but there's like no one on the street.
Who's there? Show yourself.
He's got to be new, because if you're in Gotham and then you hear that voice, it's like, okay, yep.
Well, I'm thinking, like, if you get a fucking batarang lodged into your stopwatch.
So that was pretty cool Batman shit. Showed some year one weaknesses, but then ultimately he still is the badass Batman that he is.
What a wonderful night for us diamond. I couldn't agree more, Professor Pig.
Okay. Hold on. We're complimenting the show, alright? We got that out of the way. Now let me rant about Professor Pig. Correct? Am I correct? Why? How?
Oh, well, how else are you gonna do Professor Pig in a kid's show? And it's like, hey, maybe don't do Professor Pig in a kid's show.
My biggest source for Professor Pig is the Arkham series, which, in my opinion, is the correct interpretation.
I didn't hurt you, did I? Alfred.
Is that?
Hold on.
Alfred.
Is he gonna take off the face like it's another mask and then it's gonna be Alfred? That's literally Lex Luthor. Why is he more Chad than Batman?
With Alfred, I've grown attached to the same version of him. A guy who's heartbroken over the idea that tragic orphan is choosing this lifestyle. Like, that's what I always think of. I've always also been intrigued by versions that are just like, oh, I'll help you through this, you know? I'll help you be Batman. I'll be I am this, and I'm gonna use these skills to kind of live in your fantasy with you. That fucking Pennyworth show on Mac, the story of Batman's butler. Okay, maybe we're getting a little carried away with the spin-offs here. Or is that another show that everyone's gonna be like, hey, this is actually fucking super underrated, you gotta watch it. I wish he said a line like, they weren't gonna believe me anyway.
Do you think the frog ever gets, like, annoyed? Professor Pig starts going on a monologue and the society has oppressed us, Toad. We need to rise up and show them what's what. And then Toad is just like, alright, let's acknowledge the fact here that you're wearing a mask. Like, I'm the one that has frog legs. You chose to be oppressed, I am oppressed.
Kinda looks like a sociopath, though. This Alfred gives me the vibes that he's been, like, grooming Bruce Wayne to become Batman. Like, he wanted him to get into this vigilante lifestyle so that he would have an excuse to do this shit.
I was sure that was Wayne.
Yeah, me too. Fucking, see? Even him.
Caller ID says Bruce Wayne.
Either Bruce takes his personal phone on patrol, or Alfred has Batman's number labeled as Bruce Wayne. Also, why does Alfred have his name listed as Bruce Wayne?
No nickname, not even just Bruce.
Not even Master Wayne.
Well, this Alfred isn't calling anyone Master.
He doesn't look like he's capable of the word. You know, gates open. So I'm still getting conflicting vibes. Like, they're animals, but they're like 1920s, whatever, gangster. But then they have the fucking saw traps going on.
I am kind of looking forward to that aspect of the show, though. Every villain is not going to be anyone that I'm overly familiar with, and they make them somewhat important. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, I can't lie, I'm very curious what Joker would look like in this art style. His nose would be ungodly.
What would be longer, Alfred's chin or Joker's nose?
I think Batman's dick.
Batman just getting annoyed by a villain. He's like, yep, I get your gimmick. How about you just fucking beat the shit out of me like a normal person?
They're just doing general villain things.
Overcompensating with the fact that they're not actually that interesting. We call ourselves the Animal Kingdom, and we explode things. And
If they're so about, like, animal rights or whatever, I feel like it would be funny if they just used animals and stuff. Like, they will fight for their rights. And then someone points out at some point, like, you just blew them up.
I'm sure Gotham City will be seeing them again, but not tonight.
Are you sure? Did you see them get out of the blowing up building?
I like how even he's like, yeah, well, that can't be the end of them. But no, it's not the Joker. It's...
I've been in this game long enough to know. No, you have... Not this time, not this time. This is the one time.
So in this, Batman's a very vulnerable character, very much needs Alfred to help him. They're almost like a crime-fighting duo. It all feels like it's driven by Alfred, like Alfred wants to do this shit. Like, if I didn't know anything about Batman, I would be watching this and I would be going like, is Bruce gonna just be like, I don't want to do this anymore? Because
I can tell that they really want to set things up in the earlier years because they have a plan to evolve everybody. I don't know if it'll be a good plan, still another week kind of show, and then every once in a while they drop a plot development, or if it's going to be like a consistent growing over the course of the entire show. I'm not really wowed by the concept alone.
it's just doing what it does boldly.
Yeah.
One episode down of Beware the Batman. Are you ready, Nick?
We're doing it, you fucking animals.
Hey now.
Listen, it's obvious. I'm not gonna point out every single time we see a fucking tit or ass on this show.
In your version of Batman, does he ever get turned on when fighting like a hot female supervillain?
If he does, I don't think he acknowledges it at all. It does not register. Completely disconnected from his thinking brain and like what's actually happening. Why'd she have to electrocute him?
He wanted that.
He's like, wait, if you're gonna kill me, I just want the gold. If you're gonna kill me, can you just do me one thing? I just want the gold. Just give me the gold, please.
I guess if you have to torture me. No, this is the sort of shit that's getting really samey to me. Cop side character who doesn't like the vigilante, but then comes around on the vigilante.
I think to me, it's most samey when it's Gordon, because I feel like Gordon should always just kind of have faith in Batman when everybody else doesn't, because I feel like Gordon is the light in Gotham Police Department, and it gives him stakes, you know, for like his career. It's like, is he gonna lose his career over Batman? Admittedly, I don't really know anything about Katana, but is she connected to Batman? And I just happen to have never heard about it.
What do you think of the animation style?
I think it's literally just like some of the character designs are a little off-putting for me. It's much more quality than I expected from a 2013 series like this.
There's nothing very stylistically interesting about it, which also probably adds to the forgettability for a lot of people. So we're dealing with a lot of unknown villains. I'd very much like to know what villain that one is, just because the show is making me very interested in her backstory. Is this why Beware the Batman is underrated?
We gotta be real. Magpie's gonna be in the fucking thumbnail of the video. Like, you can't not. It's too easy!
Complete silence, no commentary. Shut up! No one's saying anything. Shut up, I'm trying to watch her walk around.
Oh my god! Alright, we're good. We're in the clear.
Aww.
So is Lunkhead because of Batman? You know, I really don't think there's anything to fix here. If I may be so bold, I don't think it's like a mutation or a radioactive waste.
Someone in the Batman universe who just has a really low IQ and they're trying to figure out what his origin story is, and it's just like, nah, he's just kind of not there. He needs to be locked away in Arkham Asylum. Nah, he's just needs a fucking home.
I have no interest in hurting you.
Oh, okay, thanks for fucking...
Whoa!
I have no intention of hurting you.
Has Batman ever apologized to anyone? Break their nose unintentionally and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, bro. I didn't...
I see the heart of it, you know? Like, they are trying to tell a little bit of a subtle story with Batman. I appreciate that it's some sort of idea and thought behind it.
It was something about particular parts of a particular character in that particular episode.
I don't know what you're referring to. Let me know when to stop.
Stop!
Holy shit!
If this video does well, we'll watch more of Beware the Batman.
Magpie is more of an interesting character. I still don't understand what, like, the bird theme has to do with the shiny thing and the memory erasing. It feels like there's kind of a bunch of different pieces there, but core part of her character, which is the memory, that was pretty strong.
Oh my god, boy!
Can you tie my tie? Tighter.
Is the tie gonna make much of a difference?
You ever heard of autoerotic asphyxiation? You ever heard of autoerotic electrocution?
Motherfucker, you should be dead now. Look at what she's wearing. Anyways, we kinda,
This can stop.